Okay, so welcome to the video. Let's actually just jump right into it, okay? So this is called Dating 101 for Women, the calm, confident way to find a high value partner. So what I want you to remember is that you're not starting everything over again. You have your experiences. Maybe you've been on one date, maybe you've been on hundreds of dates. I don't know your situation, but you have experience already. You know what you want, you know what you don't want. And in this video, I'm going to help you find a lot of clarity. You're not going to really have any more questions. You might actually, but it's going to answer a lot of questions for you. Okay. So you're not starting over, you are starting upgraded. So some of the core points that I want to go through in this presentation is that dating is a skill. It's not a lottery. A lot of people think it's luck, but you can create your own luck. You can create your own opportunities. So you can learn skills. That's the cool thing about skills is like you can just learn them. You can get better at them. So instead of being stressed out about you're not good at dating or dating sucks, just think of it as a skill that you get better at. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Okay? Dating is the best it's ever been for me because I've practiced the skill. I was intentional about it. And it sounds like you're probably intentional if you're watching this video. Number two is that your job is not to convince someone to choose you. Your job is to filter for fit. As a woman, you're going to have men approaching you. You're going to have men showing interest in you. And it's up to you to choose the man that you actually want to be with, as opposed to you looking for that man and you choosing that man first. You know what I mean? High value partners, number three, are attracted to a woman who is grounded, present, and choosing, not anxious or performing. This is not a performance. You don't got to fake it, right? You want to be yourself. You want to be authentic because if somebody falls for the fake version of you, then you got to keep faking for your whole life. And that's impossible. And that sucks. You don't want to do that. You want to be authentically who you are, the best version of yourself. And then you want a man to choose that version of you so that you don't have to be someone you're not. And you want the same for him too, right? So when it comes to the experience that I have, like I've worked for a matchmaking company for over a year now. And I've learned a lot of things about what men are looking for and also what women are looking for because we speak to women as well. And the biggest thing that I've learned is that like these guys don't want anything crazy. They're not looking for some crazy unicorn, like a woman that doesn't exist. Like you don't have to be Victoria Beckham or something crazy like that. As long as you're present, you're grounded, you're self-aware, you're attractive, you're comfortable with who you are in your own skin. That's pretty much what they're looking for, right? A woman that is exceptional because she has made it a goal to be the best version of herself, right? So don't be someone you're not. They just want someone that has a full life at the end of the day, someone that doesn't need them, but would kind of be adding on to their life. Okay, that's something to remember. Now, let's get into it. Number one is you gotta get clear on what you want and why. This is the very first step. And I notice a lot of problems when it comes to women. They just start dating just because they want attention, just because they want to date somebody, just because they want companionship, but they're not clear on what they actually want out of a partner and out of a relationship. And if you don't know what you want, you're going to be stuck in relationships that are not serving you, that are bound to end at one point, and ultimately it's just a waste of your time. So before you get into it, before you even download an app, before you even tell people that you're looking to date, I want you to do a couple of things, okay? You need to find clarity. So if you cannot describe your man clearly, you will randomly date and waste months on the wrong guy because you don't know what you want. So what I've done is I've created something where you can actually do this right now, do this today, or maybe even at the end of the video. But I want you to find a piece of paper. Pause this video for a second, go find a notebook, your favorite notebook and your favorite pen. Seriously, pause this and go find it. Okay, so you're back now. You should have your favorite pen and your favorite notebook. I have both of mine right here. I love this pen. It's so nice. And I want you to write at the top of the piece of paper, my person. I want you to write that. And for number one, I want you to write non-negotiables. Okay? And so you're going to write values, relationship goals, emotional availability, lifestyle alignment, no deal breakers. Right? Write all those things there. And you don't have to complete this right now. You can complete it at the end of the video, but I want you to write these things down. Flip the page, go to green flags, write green flags at the top of the page. And then you're going to write the traits that make you feel safe, respected, and calm. Okay? And then again, after the video, you're going to complete that. And then third page, flip it. This is going to be your preferences. So it's nice to have traits, not non-negotiables, but things that, you know, it's not worth sacrificing your core standards for. These are nice to haves. Like, oh, the guy is just in exceptional shape, or I don't know, he happens to be really adventurous, or he's traveled a lot. Whatever things that would be nice to have, but like you don't need to have them, write that there. I want you to keep it really simple and honest, and I want you to get outside of your comfort zone. If you feel like you're not worthy of having a man like that, that's not the mentality to have here. I want you to be very, very clear for yourself, because you're shooting for someone you're really excited about, someone you're proud to call your partner, not just someone that's like okay, right? That's the worst situation to be in, is to find someone that's just okay. I want you to be clear about who exactly this person is, and then I'll tell you why this is really important. It's really important because if you write about someone that is exceptional, that you might feel a little bit anxious even writing it, it's a good sign, because it's going to force you to level up so you can attract him. So this might not be, a 1 week thing. You might have to start changing who you are, or upgrading, should I say, who you are, so this person can be attracted to you. Because maybe the habits you have right now, maybe the lifestyle you have right now is not quite at a point of high value just yet, but that's what you're working towards. So it's really important to, think outside the box, to give yourself big goals. Don't settle for little goals. It's not worth it. Okay? Number 2. Rebuild your identity before rebuilding your dating life. High value men do not want a woman who needs saving. Most of these guys I speak to, in fact, all of them, they don't want a woman that, is in a bad position and they have to save these women. They don't want that. They want a woman who's good, who's already in motion with the way she's living her life, who's already kind of figured a couple of things out. She has her friends, she has her habits, she's going to the gym, she's taking care of herself, maybe she has a job, maybe she's paying some bills. They want a woman that they could just add on to their life, not a woman that they have to rescue and save, right? Maybe there's some guys that have that complex, but those are not the kind of guys you're looking for, because guys that are just trying to save a woman, they're doing it for the wrong reasons. They're doing it because their own trauma is making them want to do it. Does that make sense? So you obviously want to attract a healthy masculine man. By doing that, you got to be a healthy feminine woman. And how you do that is just being good to yourself, having a strong identity of who you are. If you don't know who you are, if you're still figuring it out, that's okay. But it's very important that you are comfortable in your own skin. It's very, very important, because there are extremely beautiful people in the world that don't feel like that. And there are people that maybe you wouldn't consider so attractive, but they're so comfortable in their own skin that when you meet them, you're like, wow, you are so, so attractive because of that quality. So a couple of things to do here. I want you to ask yourself, who am I when I'm at my best? Okay. Again, you have your notebook. This is another piece of paper. I want you to write, who am I when I'm at my best? The trick is now, once you've written all those things down, is number 2, start acting like her right now. You want to be your best, because if you are your best, you are going to attract somebody else at their best. If you are at your worst, it's going to be hard to attract someone at their best, right? Makes sense. If you're going to go do a sport in the Olympics, if everyone is doing their very best and you don't do your best, are you going to win? Probably not, even if you're exceptional. So on another piece of paper in your journal, I want you to write, who am I when I'm at my best? I want you to write those things down. And then I want you to think, what would that look like if I just started being like that right now? And a big thing for me is like, act as if. I did this myself. I decided, who am I when I'm performing at like 100%? And I'm like, let me just be that person today. And then over time, you get comfortable being that person, and then you actually become your best. It's kind of simple. You kind of skip a lot of steps in the process. Number 3, your routine is your magnet. Sleep, fitness, friends, purpose, self-respect. When you can dial those things in, when you can actually have respect for yourself, other people will just want to be around you. Other people will be like, wow, this person is on purpose. I want to be around that energy because it's contagious. Okay? Same way how if you hang out with a bunch of drug users, you're going to become one too. if you hang out around a bunch of really healthy, grounded, um, good people, you're going to become that as well. Okay. Speaking of, I have a great community called Always Attracting. If you want to be around amazing women and you want to get guided by me in order to get your dream sort of life, then I would really recommend that you join the community. The link is in the description down below. But again, only if you're ambitious, only if you're actually trying to be your best. We'd love to have you in there. Okay, so your routine is your magnet. You understand that. Make sure that your routine is proper, it's simple, something that you can follow, and that you become consistent at it. I usually recommend doing one thing at a time. Like if your sleep is bad, start with sleep. If your fitness needs help, start with fitness. Find the lowest hanging fruit, the easiest thing for you to do that would have the biggest results. If your friends are not supporting you, if your friends are negative, you don't have to hang out with them. Cut them off, right? If you don't have a purpose yet, think about what would be nice for you to focus on every day. That'll give you motivation to wake up. And self-respect is something that always has to be there, no matter what. Even if you're broke, even if you're not healthy, even if you're depressed, whatever, respect yourself. That's the very bare minimum, okay? And then number 4. If your life feels empty, dating becomes desperation, and desperation repels. It repels the wrong kind. It repels the right kind of men for you. So if your life actually feels empty, think about it this way. Who's going to want to be a part of it? If you meet a guy whose life is empty, who has nothing going for him, who's boring, who has no goals, no aspirations, no money, no job, are you going to want to be with him? Even if he's the most attractive person in the world, if he has like nothing going for him, if his life is empty, you're not going to want to be with him. Maybe you'll want to kiss him or whatever, but like you're not going to want to do anything with him afterwards. So add to your life. That is the focus, is for you to have a great life, for you to become the person that other people want to join on this journey of life. It's not about this person. You're not doing these things strictly to get this person. You're doing this to become a better version of yourself so that this person just wants to be a part of it. You know what I mean? Okay. And again, if you're desperate, it repels. If you're desperate for a job and you have no money, the interviewer is not going to hire you. If you're desperate for a guy because you just want a husband to have kids, he's going to feel it. He's going to smell it. It's like getting on a sales call and then the person is trying to sell you so bad. It's like sales breath. You're not going to want to buy whatever he's selling. So be abundant. Already be good in your life without the idea of having somebody else in it that's going to want to make them want to be a part of yours. And I want you to pick 3 weekly non-negotiables at this part, okay? Again, this video is, like, you might think this was just, like, some basic advice to, you know, go on some good dates, but, like, this is, like, life-changing stuff if you actually follow it. So you might have to save this video and watch this a few times and come back to it because I'm dropping you a lot of sauce right now because I care about your growth. I want you to improve your life, and I want to see some comments down below of notes you've taken and some goals you have, okay? I want you to pick one movement or gym habit. If you already have that non-negotiable thing, great. If you don't, it could be something like I go to the gym twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. Guaranteed, no matter what. Even if my house is on fire, even if I'm sick, I do these 2 things, right? Or one thing. I go for a 30-minute walk every day. Something like that. Something simple that you know you can do for the rest of your life, but something that eventually, if you do it every day, it's going to make a big impact on your life. Okay? Creative. Something that lets you be creative, whether it's making content, whether it's writing in your journal, whether it's drawing pictures, whether it's taking pictures. Choose one thing that you actually would enjoy doing, that you see yourself doing for 90, 120, whatever, a couple of years. Think of it like 5-10 years. And I want you to start doing that every week, okay? You can choose one day a week, or you can just do it whenever you can during the week. And the last one, I want you to have social time that has nothing to do with dating. So do something social. See one friend a week. For me, I have a non-negotiable habit. 1 friend per week. See 1 friend per week. Right? Or even talk on the phone with 1 friend per week. Have a non-negotiable habit that you just start doing. And I want you to pick one self-respect boundary that you will enforce immediately. This could be, I don't hang around negative people. I don't allow someone to disrespect me. I don't eat junk food 2 days in a row. One boundary that you have for yourself that ensures that you have self-respect. Okay? Number 3, spotting your patterns. This is big, and this is something that you might have never thought about before, but I really want you to think about this. Okay? If you keep meeting the same guy in different bodies, it is not bad luck, it is a pattern. This is some real psychology right here. So what I want you to do is look at your past 3 dating experiences. Even if you've never had 3 dating experiences, maybe just one. If you've never had any, well, just listen and you might learn a couple of things. What was the common thread? Were they not giving you enough attention? Were they avoidant? Were you giving too much attention? Were you doing more than you should have? Were you not attracted to them? Was it always complaining? Was it always negative? What was the common thread there? Were you ignoring red flags early? Did you notice red flags, but you just didn't do anything when you noticed them? Were you trying to prove your worth to this person? Were they trying to prove their worth to you? And were you attracted to emotional unavailability? Right? Sometimes we are attracted to people that don't give us attention. It's funny how the world works. But I want you to ask yourself these questions. And then I want you to take that same notebook, go to a new page, and make a 2-column list. Column A, I want you to write early flags I ignored in your past, let's say 3 relationships. What are those early flags you ignored? Maybe he love bombed you and then he changed. Maybe he started off really great, but then he kind of went weird afterwards. I want you to write those things down, okay? Column B, I want you to write, what will I do next time instead? So instead of just being with him, I will ask him if this is, if this is okay, like is everything okay? What would you do differently? I want you to write that down because you're planning for the future at this point, right? Again, we're visualizing who we're being in our most optimal selves. I don't want you to excuse behaviors. I want you to see everything that a person does as information as to who they are. Don't get upset. Don't take it personal. Just see who they are. Just start reading people, okay? That's number 3. Number 4. And if you're liking this so far, leave a like, leave a comment. I really want to know how you guys are taking this information in. Tell me. Number 4 is how to actually start dating again with a simple system. Simple scales, fancy fails. You always want to be simple. Simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication. Leonardo da Vinci said this thousands of years ago. So I want you to think, how can we make this as simple as possible? And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do it. The 3-lane approach, right? Number 1, real life introductions. Friends, events, hobbies, spaces, gyms, classes, professional circles. Your goal is to go to 1 new environment per week. If this is something you're looking to do, you're dating, you're trying to take to another level, I want you to spend a little bit of time in a new environment every week. This is going to take you out of your comfort zone and you're going to meet new people. Not for the intention of meeting the one, but just to put yourself out there. You never know, you might meet someone you become a friend with. They might invite you to a party or they might invite you to an event and then you meet someone there. You don't know when it's going to happen, but it will happen. Just believe me here. You create your own luck. Number 2, if you are choosing to do online dating, you want to do it correctly. Okay? I'm not a big fan of online dating. However, it's a great place to meet people. It's a very easy way to meet people if you do this right. So I want you to be short with the time you spend there. I want you to be very intentional. Know exactly what you're looking for. Don't just be there for attention. And I want you to be focused on filtering a lot of guys out because you might get a lot of likes, you might get a lot of matches, but I want you to filter for only the good guys, the ones that you really see something with, okay? It's like when you're applying for jobs. Don't apply for the ones you don't like. Don't match the guys that you're not trying to be with. Match with the guys that you're like, I would love to see this guy, okay? Number 3, warm networks. Let trusted people that you know, let them know that you're open. High value men often come through referrals, right? So start telling the friends that you trust, that you respect, that you love, hey, listen, I am becoming more intentional with my dating and I'm open to finding somebody. If you know somebody good for me, I'd love a warm intro. I'd love for you to get my name out there. That's it. Once you say that, people are happy to find other people for you. I've connected multiple people, right? Like one couple that I connected they're getting married in like the next couple of months. Crazy. You never know. Okay. If you are going to do online dating, here are some rules. Your profile shows who you are, not just what you look like. Guys are reading your profile and seeing what kind of person you are based off of your profile. They don't just care about how you look. Maybe the guys that aren't right for you, the guys that just want to, hook up, which are not guys that you want to just be with anyways, they're just looking for the way you look. They don't care about who you are. But the guys that are intentional about finding a partner, they will see your profile as your resume. So you want to include one clear full body photo, one soft feminine photo, like with a baby, doing something cute, laying on the beach. I don't know, something feminine. And then one lifestyle photo, something that it's something in your lifestyle that you do. I don't know, maybe you're playing sports or something. The message rule is 5 to 7 texts max before moving to a call or a date. You want to quickly vet this person. You want to get on a call with them, FaceTime, or just see him for a coffee, simple date, because you want to know if you should spend more time focusing on them or not. If you don't like the way they sound, you don't like their energy, you don't like their vibe, then just don't talk to them. That's one filter. You're saving time by moving on to the next person, okay? And then lastly, if he does not lead, he's not dating seriously. You want a man that leads, that say, hey, I want to see you, are you free on this day? Or, I think you're cute, let's hop on a call and see where it goes. You want to look for a guy like that, okay? That's a masculine man. You're not trying to collect attention at this point. Many women go on dating apps to collect attention, to increase their feelings of validation for themselves. You don't want that. You're a high-value woman. You know you're worthy of everything. You're trying to collect evidence of character. You're trying to find someone that you'd actually see a future with, okay? So there's that. Step 5. We're getting juicy now, okay? Video's almost done, so I hope you're getting a lot of value from this so far. Step 5 is first date energy and boundaries. Very, very important right here. Very, very important. Other dating coaches, gurus would literally charge you thousands of dollars for this video. I just want to help at the end of the day. So step 5, first date energy and boundaries. So comfort and confidence on dates comes from structure. When you know what you're doing, right? Think about your job. If you're comfortable and confident in your job, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel relaxed. But if you're just starting a new job, you might feel very anxious or stressed. It's the same thing with dating. When you have a system, you're good. So the mindset you're going in with is you are there to experience him, experience who he is in this world, and experience if that's something that you want in life. You're not there to impress him. That's not the goal. Forget about impressing anybody. Just impress yourself. Be comfortable and happy with yourself. You have your habits, you have your structures. Now you are there to experience what he brings to the table. I want you to think of this as a vibe check. I think women naturally do this, but I want you to really think of it as just like, what is this vibe? What is the vibe I'm getting from this person and from our relationship collectively? It's not a performance. You're not performing, and hopefully he's not performing either. I want you to stay in your feminine. Number 3 is stay in your feminine. How do you do that? Stay curious. Stay warm. Imagine you have a ball of warmth in your stomach, like a little fireplace burning, and you're warm and you're letting him experience that warmth of you, okay? That nurturing side of you. You're curious, right? You're asking questions that you actually care about. You're not just asking random ChatGPT questions just to see if he's a red flag, right? Stop looking for red flags. Just enjoy the moment. Be receptive. Be playful. Those are feminine traits. And ultimately, let him pursue. You just evaluate the situation. If he likes you, you're going to feel it. If he doesn't, you're also going to feel that, okay? And he doesn't need to like you. Not every single person you go on a date with is going to like you, and that's fine. That's fine. Let go of the need to be liked by people. Boundaries. If he is inconsistent early, believe that he's an inconsistent person. Don't think that he's going to change. If he pressures for sex early, that's information. Just note it. Be like, okay, interesting. He's a horny person. And if you're not interested, if you're not trying to do that, don't do it. Don't feel the pressure to do those things just because of validation or whatever else. The wrong men will push you and make you feel uncomfortable. And I want you to recognize that early. And if he's not understanding you, he's not listening to you, then just leave. Just leave. Respect yourself, okay? And if it feels like an interview, it's the wrong energy. It shouldn't feel like an interview. You should go into it just having a good time. Just be yourself, have fun. If he's asking you a lot of questions, be like, hey, is this an interview or what? Or can we just have fun, right? Don't be afraid to challenge him too. What I want you to say before you even see this person is something like, I like taking things slow and building trust. If that works for you, great. If not, I understand. So you're filtering out the guys that just want to have fun, that just want to be casual when it comes to their encounters with women. You don't want to be with a man like that. Obviously, you're on this video, watching this video because you want to date for intentions. You want to date for something serious. So do that. Okay? And lastly, step number 6. This is going to be a weekly plan so you stay grounded. Okay? How you date without spiraling. It's very simple. You're going to do one new social environment per week. Okay? Every week. Choose a day. That'll be your new environment day, right? Comfort zone expansion day. Number 2 is 2 quality conversations online or offline. So 2 guys that you're speaking to, little conversations on messages, on the phone, FaceTime, or even in person. The goal is 2, right? Simple. 1 date maximum at first. Start with 1 date a week. Don't push it so much. Again, it's a skill. You don't want to get stressed about this. When you start going to the gym, you don't want to start really fast. You want to start slow. Build the habit. And then you want to reflect after each interaction. Don't just go to the next one. Think about it. Did I feel safe? Did I feel respected? And was I attracted to this person? Simple questions. You could answer those. You should be thinking about those questions on the date, but also afterwards. And do not overthink texting. Just watch behavior. Watch how the person acts. Watch how the person responds to what you say. Watch how they speak to you. If you do this for 6 weeks, like I promise, your dating life will change forever. You're going to learn so many things about yourself and about other people. You're going to start learning about feedback and how important it is. And I'm not saying you're going to find your husband or your partner in 6 weeks, but you will get a lot closer to it. Okay? You're becoming consistent and selective. That's the ultimate goal. All right? So the summary here is clarity. It's very important. Identity, pattern awareness, simple dating system, feminine boundaries, weekly structure. And this is how you start dating again without chaos. So I want to give you an invite. If this all made sense for you, if you like the way this sounds, if you like my energy, if you like the value that you've gotten here, you have no idea how much more value I'm able to provide you by 2 classes a week, by being a part of my community, by joining a movement of women that are looking to become more high value, looking to improve their lives, and ultimately just being around other people that are like-minded. So if this resonated with you, I recommend that you check out my community. It's called Always Attracting. We actually are providing a 7-day free trial right now. I'm that confident that you'll like it, that you get to experience it for 7 days without getting charged. I just want you to see how it feels and how it looks for you. Join a couple of classes, see how you like it. And by doing that, you're going to get my exact standards list. So by joining my community, you're going to get access to my exact standards list, the things that I recommend that you have standards for when it comes to a man, a profile guide on how to optimize your dating profile, if that's something that you're looking to do, online date, and how to vet men without wasting time. So join my community. I'm going to walk you through everything step by step, real feedback, and a community that keeps you on track. But ultimately, if you just watch my content, you follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you're going to get a lot closer to the kind of woman you want to be, and you're going to get a lot closer to attracting the kind of man that you want to attract. Okay? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.